Hey team, okay, this week, week 2 of our home training program, I've just put together some basic variations of what we did last week. A few reasons for that. One, with the push-pull, so with the push-up and the pike pull-through, we're looking at just adding in some left-right balance to that and a little tiny addition in terms of complexity, but nothing major. With the legs, with the slide lunge, I'm going to give you some more options, and I'm breaking it down into ankles, knees, hips. Because some of you might have found from trying it that it was maybe a little bit harder than it looked, or you couldn't get into the position that maybe I got into. You might have felt like your knee was a bit sore, or your ankle was a bit sticky, or your hip. So by breaking it down into ankle, knee and hip, these variations will allow you to explore your ankle, knee, hip, but also get them stronger, and then come back to the slide lunge later. It's a little bit tricky because I can't see you do stuff, but by trying these out, you might get a feel for the fact that these variations might be better for you to do than the slide lunge. So there we're going to look at some anterior toe raises, some sissy squats, and an exercise called a shin box extension, which is some rotational work for the hips. If you have any questions, hit me up. As always, hit like, subscribe, and the videos are to come, so enjoy watching. Plus the slide lunge. So the first one is a sissy squat. Now I'm going to show you 3 different variations to get this. So first we start with a step. Lamp, you just go there, buddy. Yep. Okay, so the step's about yay high. We come up onto the balls of the feet. We bend the knees, and as we bend the knees, we lean back. We keep the front of the hips open, and then we just come back up. If that's too hard, you can make that easier by going down to the step, and then you just drop your hips back and you come up. You can make that step higher, you can make that step lower, depending on how hard you need it. There's one more variation which is a little bit easier. Okay, so this is the easiest variation for the sissy squat. You just find a wall, stand about 30 centimeters from the wall, and then you just lean back and you push your knees to the wall and up. Yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, come back a bit so Dad can do just one more. So we lean back, knees touch the wall, we come back. Remember, I'm on the balls of my feet, and that's going to help to really strengthen up your knees. Okay team, this one is our isolation work for ankles. So here you just need a wall, you lean back against the wall, feet are about 5 centimeters apart, and all we're going to do, butt, shoulders, head against the wall, heels stay on the ground, and we lift the toes. And what this will do is strengthen the front of the ankles, which is really key for a lot of people with ankle restrictions to being able to sit in that nice deep squat. Okay, so those are our forward feet raises for ankles. Okay team, and then this one is our hip variation. So here we sit like this, and we're going to slide one shin in, one shin out. So we're sitting in this position. And this position is sometimes referred to as the shin box. Okay, from here what we do is we think about driving both knees down into the ground. We lean forward slightly and we lift up. So you can see at the top, I'm in this position with my thighs. This inside shin is in here, the outside shin is out there. We hold that position, we push the knees into the ground, we slowly lower ourselves down. Now, this can look really easy, but I have found with a lot of clients and a lot of people over the years it can be really tough. So one way to make it easier is you might need to put a block or a book or a pillow underneath your butt on this side. So you can sit down to say this level and then come back up, and you just start working at that level there. So that's called our shin box hip extension, and that is our hip variation. So for the legs, we've got the ankle feet raisers, we've got the sissy squat variations for the knees, and we've got this for the hips. Oh, it's alright. Yeah, okay team, here's a quick variation on the push-up. This one is to help address balance between left and right. So let's say your left arm is a little bit weaker than your right, or vice versa. This is a great way to balance upside. So you start on your hands and knees. You take your opposite hand forward. So let's say right hand forward slightly, left knee forward, and you take it out to the side. From here, I'm ready to lift my left hand and just do a single arm push up off my knees. Now, if that's too hard, you can use your fingertips on this other hand. So we're mostly trying to use the right arm and just using that left arm to help. Okay, and this should be doable for most of you. If that's too easy, you can go back to this one. And it's a great way, as you can hear, it's pretty tough. It's easy to make it harder, but it's a great way to address the balance between left and right. Okay team, and then our last variation for this week is a pike pull through, and at the top we're going to take one arm off the ground and we're going to reach it up towards the ceiling, or if you're outside, the sky. So this is just a little addition to what we did last week with the pike pull through. So we start with fingers facing back, we lift the hips up off the ground, we come up into the tabletop, we lift one hand and we reach up to the sky. What that does is it creates a whole lot of extension, but also rotation through the shoulder on the side that I'm loading on. So I get this nice rotation through the shoulder. I control that and bring it back. We pike pull through again. We come back up, tabletop. We switch sides. So if you feel like these pike pull throughs could have a little addition at the top, that's a great way to get some left-right work in there to balance out left and right sides, and also get some nice rotation into the shoulder. So those are our variations for week 2. Enjoy, guys.